Working. I think we're working. Perfect. Hooray. Hey there. Hello, Brandon. Sorry for the few-minute late start today. For some reason, this game does not play very nice with FPS, which is weird because it's the Steam remaster, so I figured it would have been like pretty sorted out, but I actually had a hard time getting it to work. It could just be I suck, so who knows? Maybe. A couple minutes here. Just a second. Even later. Why not? How are you doing, Brandon? You're still here.
Righto, tight. There's no point in mucking about.
Oh, perfect. Then. Chat rocket. Perfect. Yep, and then weird, it dies. Like, so if I alt tab out of the screen, or not even alt tab, if I just click out of the screen for.
Why don't you have another go?
Shut up, Maury! If I like click out for even a second, it just breaks the sound shortly. It's very strange. But this is an old game. It's a decent remaster though. I could have just played the ISO version on. You've only played the second game of the series. Hello, Tipsy Beverage. Second game is weird. This game follows a very similar trajectory to Jak and Daxter, where it's like, oh, the first game's a platformer, collectathon, and then the next game goes really weird, and then the game after that goes even weirder. Pi has always felt like the weird, forgotten child that's like a couple years late to every, like, trend, even though this came out in 2002. I don't know when the other two came out actually, but I feel like they came out later than they should have. We're gonna watch the amazing CG intro. Look at these early 2000s CG, baby. Second game's weird. I think I played and beat the second one, but I touched the third one. I'm like, ooh, no, thank you.
I gotcha!
I hope you're ready for a lot of Australian.
I'm it. Catch me if you can. Don't move, mate. I'll get help.
Kai's got his permanent badass face on. That's how you know he's a cool action character that can kick butt. I can't tell. This feels like they were very inspired by Sonic, but the game does not play like Sonic, I'll tell you that much.
Don't be afraid, Kai. I am Nandu Gilly, the Bunyip Elder.
G'day, mate.
It's time you knew the truth.
Oh boy, I hope you're ready for a lore dump. 10-second into
Years
game
ago,
doesn't
a
matter.
great battle was fought over the fate of 5 mystic talismans.
This game has always felt very rushed. Also, tell me how the audio is, if it's too loud in one way or the other. It feels a little
My
loud.
dinosaur ancestors were here first, you stinking furry mammal opportunists. Remember the comet!
Boy, look at that.
No! You mammals don't deserve to be at the top of the food chain!
You like the second game, but it also got you in trouble. Thought you stayed up all night playing it, but I was only playing it for fun. That's classic. Parents never believe me, but it is the truth sometimes. Mom, I've been playing for 20 minutes. They never believe us. I don't think I ever beat the second game. I think I got like halfway through.
Restore the natural order once and for all.
I bought the second and third, I think, at the same time. I got like halfway through the second, and I'm like, this isn't very good. I'm gonna play the third. And then I played the third, and the third wasn't very good. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm
my
done.
head! Never, never, never!
Peak animation right there. After that, you were never allowed to play video games without supervision. Oh no, you suffered the worst fate of all. know the 5 mystic talismans.
Those brave few who challenged Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mom? Dad?
Word grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again.
Story's such
He
a
must be stopped at all costs. It's up to you to find the talismans before he does.
It's up to me to save my family.
Oi, Ty! Are you okay?
Maury? Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, you're never gonna believe what just happened. I was playing in the forest when the ground suddenly... That's when you showed up.
Rude! Sounds like you've got a fair dinkum adventure ahead of you, mate. Not that I'm into
When I was a
that
kid, I
sort
was
of
so
thing.
confused.
I'd
I'm
much
like,
rather be at
what
home
are these
watching
people
the footy.
saying?
But I tell you what,
And then I
you
realized
do
they're
the
just speaking
adventuring,
upside down.
and I'll help you out where I can. Welcome to Rainbow Cliffs,
Oh
mate.
boy, here you are.
By the way, whenever you see one of these signs, I won't be far away. I've heard
Classic.
that if you press the action
Reminders.
button, you can talk to me, whatever that means.
This is making me want to play
Okay,
Sly Cooper
now let's
again.
get
Maybe I'll
down
do
to
that next
brass
weekend.
tacks. If you're going to be out adventuring, then you'll need another boomerang.
The remaster
And I
looks
know
so good
just the
compared
place
to
to find one.
the original. I tried playing the
Head
ISO
down
version
to
first,
Bly Station.
but it is
I'll
like
meet you there.
uncontrollable on at least the emulator I was using. So I looked up, I'm like, is there any other options for this? And then I found out they did the remaster. I don't think they remastered the other games, so if I do end up deciding to play those, I'll probably have to go the old route and tweak my settings somehow. Honestly, this version doesn't control great either. I can't remember if Ty is always controlled bad. Isn't there supposed to be a here? Am I insane? I thought I have to do the portal first.
G'day, Julius.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I just reroute these
Get away for
wires
this
to...
first.
I said g'day, mate. Are you deaf?
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just making some last-minute adjustments. Well, you must be Ty.
G'day.
They're just like
So
dumping
you
all the
old
exposition.
coot.
There's like
What's
no
this
story to this game.
contraption
It's like,
do?
okay, get the 5 talismans, you're good to go.
This contraption is the key to finding
It's even
the
lighter on
talisman.
the story than Jack 1 was.
Why
and
is
Jack
this
1's not
so?
exactly a
It's
narrative
quite simple, really.
powerhouse.
It uses an oscillatory microfeeder to scan for trace energy signals that match the unique power matrix of the talismans.
Huh?
Like a big
I feel like
nose
Maury, I've
that
heard his voice
sniffs
somewhere
them
before.
out.
Look up who his
Oh.
voice actor was. 'cause
Ah,
I mean, he's a great,
and
does a great
thunder
job in this
eggs
game.
are the
I'm gonna say
key
most of the
to
characters are pretty
powering the
good.
machine.
He must have a decent
Thunder
audio
eggs.
so that they don't have
They're
that
as
classic
rare as hen's teeth,
PS2
mate.
tin recording
Couldn't you just use
sound.
batteries? If only it was that easy. You see,
Maury, trying
this
to
machine
convenient-
doesn't just find where the talismans are, it actually teleports
Voice
them
actor.
here.
Harry Gill.
Strike me lucky.
And that, my friends, requires a
Did he only
great
do this
deal of energy.
one?
So, how is Ty here gonna
Must have
find
grabbed
all
him out of
these
the
thunder
studio.
eggs?
Hey, I was just wondering that myself.
Oh, no, there he is.
A
Australian
reasonable
actor.
question. I've created
Yeah,
these
well, yeah, he's
portals
famous.
to
I
lead
recognize
Ty
him.
to areas rich with them. Of course, they won't just be
Was?
lying
Oh
all
no,
over the
he
place.
passed.
Just our luck.
Aw,
A lot of them will have already been found. The trick
too bad.
will be convincing the locals
Yeah,
to part
he's always
with
been
their
like a
prized
standout
possessions.
example in this. They must have
But I'm afraid I can't
paid the
help you
budget
with
on the
that.
Australian voice
If
actors for this.
you're as resourceful
They
as
couldn't
they
spend it
say,
on finishing
Ty,
the game.
I'm sure you'll
Which
think
is
of something.
mean to say, but
Righto, Ty. There's no point in mucking about.
thanks, more.
You've got to find a second boomerang.
Okay.
I'll see you in 2 up.
Boy, look at all these. Look at this levolution. The fish swim away from the player character. that line's never gonna get old. I'm sure those people were very proud of that, but it was not an
Gum
impressive
trees,
feature.
wallabies, and even a koala. There's plenty to do here, so let's get a move on.
I felt, and like, not even you can tell from the fact that the game was very unfinished. They had to like cut an entire section, and you can find it when we get back to the overworld. Do room ranks first, so then we can glide and we can properly
Listen, mate,
platform.
I solved your problem. I found you a second
But
boomerang.
there's a really obvious
great.
example where they
Where
had
is
to
it?
cut the area.
See that tree over there?
And you can go into some of the
Yeah.
old files
Well, it's not there.
and find the old
Right.
versions they had of
Where
the
is
like
it?
layout.
It's on top
They
of
originally
Phil
had
Nick
like
Peak.
4 hub zones. It was a lot more involved,
Right.
but they like
No,
slashed the
don't
heck out of
worry.
it.
You'll just have to jump, run, rang, and bite your way there while avoiding Boss Cass's henchmen. Look, mate, life wasn't meant to be easy.
It always strikes me like how sparse these old games really were. They felt like so much more. Like back in my dumb little kid brain, I was like, wow, this is a. Oof, oof. I played not too long ago, but even so, coming back to
Beauty,
it,
Butler, Bonza! I got one!
it's always kind of shocking. Like the platforming
one
is
down,
really
71 to go.
like jerky.
Come on, let's get a move on.
Or there actually are 72 Thunder Eggs. That's funny. Just exactly how many you have to get. Oh boy, I did it. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I
Oh,
reckon
geez.
those dunnies are a complete waste of space. Only last week I used one, walked 2 blocks, was clobbered by a frill, and then woke up back on the dunny, which was the best place to be given the surprise I got. Julius reckons it's got something to do with the space-time conundrum. But if you ask me, I think it's a load of bull dust.
So,
think
you're
this is one
saying
of-
that if
well,
I have
actually,
an
no, I
accident,
swear
I'll end
there's
up back
another
at one of
game
these?
Something
where
like that.
the checkpoints are toilets. Is it Hat in Time? Or no, I know you fight a toilet in Hat in Time, but I swear there's another kind of platformer from around this era where you use. Oh, hello, Hastur.
Truth time! You've got a fair set of choppers on you. I reckon you could put
This is
them to
also
good
something that
use
I'm
by pressing the bite button.
Reminded
Get
of
it?
when I come
Stop
back
us,
to these
bite
old
button.
games.
Never mind, Ty,
They
move on.
tutorialize you
Have a go at those
pretty hard.
crates.
People always say, "Oh, well, games these days they handhold players too much." Brother, we got exclamation point signs every 5 feet telling you how to use
I was
every button.
speaking
There's
to a
another one.
bloke down the local watering hole, and he reckons you can use your rangs to take care of enemies.
You can
and
use your
smash
attack
things.
button to attack enemies.
He said something now, wait a minute, he said something about pressing the throw button to use them.
Takes me back. You played the demo for this game? Yeah, I remember I watched some like footage of it. The demo was like basically just a dev tab. It wasn't even a level. It was just like a big flat, wide open area with a bunch of mechanics kind of strewn through it, which is neat because you don't see that very often. Had unlimited time and everything. I wish more games had that,
Not more cages.
but they don't. Well, I guess
Truth, what
you can
happened
argue
here?
the demo now these days is
Boss
just
Cass did
the full
this.
game.
He's caged all your bilby mates
I'll
and
get my
hidden them
bilbies.
across the land.
Oh, yeah? Well, big mistake. No one messes with my mates.
Now there's a thunder egg in each area if you free them.
not the classic.
No
Collect
worries.
the.
Unless you're Boss Cass.
Those were the days. Yeah, I remember getting those old PS2 demo discs, playing those for hours.
You young'uns.
Honestly, a lot of
have it
games
easy these days.
I played
If you want to get
almost
a
as
better
much
look at
just
your
replaying
surroundings,
the demo
just
for
wiggle your camera
hours
stick,
before
and
I
you
got
can
the full
adjust the camera distance by
Like, I think I
pressing
played the Shadow of the
camera
Colossus,
distance
just the
button.
first boss,
In
like
my day, we had to get off
30
our
times
backsides
before I
if we
ever
wanted
actually
to
got
see
the
the
game.
world.
or another. What was another one? Urban Chaos. That'll be a funny game. I'll play that one one day. I played that game for like the little demo. It's like the first half of the first 2/3 of the first mission. I think I played that demo like 40 times. That game is great. I don't care what anyone says. It's terrible.
This
It's great.
bloke
I
who
love
found
it.
300 opals, then took them to Julius's opal machine. Anyway, something weird happened, and he ended up with a thunder egg.
Wow.
Righto.
You got all the collectathon staples. Collect all the goobits. Find the 7 wockets. Collect the... Except this game has 2 wockets. It has save your Bilby friends and also get all... Well, actually, no. You need these for a different currency to upgrade your rings. A system which is completely working. Spent lots of hours on the Dynasty Warriors 2 demo and 12 years of Brizzy defending the game. Yeah. There's a lot of old games that I never ended up actually getting. I just played the hell out of the demo. But now that I have access to the powers of the internet, it might be a lot easier to acquire those. Not like they're being sold anywhere. I'm not gonna hook up my Roxio game capture to my PS2, which I still have lying around collecting dust. Both my Roxio and my PS2. My PS2 lived all those years. I can't remember when I got mine. I must say it was 8. Oh, hold on, let's talk
When
more.
I was a lad, there was this kid, Toothy Malone, I think his name was, who could bite his way through a dozen pies in less than a minute. These aren't pies, mate, but I reckon you could chomp the lot by pressing the bite button quickly.
Wow.
Try biting them quickly to reach that thunder egg.
There's a mechanic that comes up like 3 times. You can chain bite. Wahoo! I think there's a lot of evidence, even more so than just like the obvious missing portions in the hub area where the game was unfinished. There's a couple mechanics. That's one of them. But that one's not so bad because, like, you know, you can only involve like a platforming trick every now and then. You don't want to overuse it. There's one. So yeah, if you see up there in my top right corner, how the thunder or the opal, excuse me, has a 1 on it. Once you get 100 opals, you can do a super bite, a mechanic that is never tutorialized ever, and it's frankly, I think, has 1 use, and it's like for getting 1 thunder egg a little bit easier in a kind of like halfway mission. I don't think we're gonna get to that today, so I don't intend to beat this whole game unless it turns out to be a lot shorter than I remembered. Again, I played it not too long ago, maybe like a month ago, 2 months ago, and beat 100%ed it pretty quick. We're not gonna worry about 100%ing it, that's for damn sure. But I feel like compared to a lot of other collectathons, this one's pretty straightforward in most levels. There's some where it gets a little grindy in terms of scooping up all the remaining wotsits and boobles.
G'day, Julius.
Oh, hello, Ty.
But most of them,
You
they're
know
like
this golden
right on the main
just
path.
might be perfect for my latest invention.
Oh, one annoying thing in this
Cobulatius
game that reminded me
Boomerangulus
when I played it again.
Right.
Sometimes
What's
the
that?
thunder eggs will get lost
Why,
in geometry
it's a
when you
machine
break the
that creates
boxes.
Experimental techno rings.
Whoa,
I need
they're
golden
worthless.
cogs to build a new one. 15 to be exact. And if you find enough, bring them to my lab in Rainbow Cliffs and I'll build you a new boomerang.
You're on, mate.
Yikes, Julius. Now the upgrading your rings is another kind of vestigial worthless system. That later. The what was I saying? Something. Oh yeah, most of the stuff's on the main path except so the floating opals. You know, those are there. They're placed. But when you break these bosses, the opals are kind of like randomly scattered out, and sometimes they will go under the map, and you will not be able to get them. However, the game is very nice. If you go back to a mission and you haven't collected all the opals in it yet, the only opals that will remain are the ones that you haven't gotten. So you don't have to get it all in one go, thank God. Oh, the terrible mantle. That always puzzled me as a kid. There's a couple missions that are a little spread out. The first one, Shipwrecks. First water level. I spent like hours scouring that for the last opal, and I could never find it. It turns out it's because it got launched under the map.
But I have no idea what it means.
Boy, howdy.
Apparently, according to Julius, you can lock your camera on to enemies at any time by pressing and holding the lock-on button.
Nice. I don't... Oh. Wow, that's wonky. I don't think I ever used that either, because... fairly straightforward just to kind of whip your boomerang at them, and most enemies die in like 2 hits. I think there's one enemy that requires a little more planning, and they only show up in like 1 level. More evidence that like it's kind of half finished. Boy, I found all. The parrot sounds kind of like the Warhammer 40k orcs. Listen, you can't just say that because he's Australian that he sounds like orcs. Okay. Ooh, we got out of it. I don't think I can dive under here yet. No. You don't learn to swim until you get to level 2. You gotta upgrade your powers. Also, I apologize for the wonky camera move. It'd just be like that. It's very floaty. You can do air bites, isn't that cool? And then you whiff every time. They're pretty worthless. You can just kill them in 1 hit with your boomerang anyway. Parrot. That is esteemed actor. Maybe, hold on, Haster. I just, I think before you got here, I looked up Harry Gill. Maybe he did voice Warhammer Orcs at some point. Wouldn't surprise me. Combat is not this game's strong suit, and yet there's the entire boomerang upgrade system that revolves around it. But 90%, this wasn't created for 60 FPS rate? That's a good question. Probably not. I can't remember. Wait. Do you think that might have something to do with the fact that the enemies aren't responsive to the melee or fight? Although I remember they were it was pretty worthless in the original. It's like, just use your boomerang, or use the super bite. Really want to style on them, as worthless as it is. Whoa, we got 2 boomerangs, mate!
Well, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it with
I love
my
Ty's
own
glove
eyes.
textures. It's just,
You
like,
actually
clearly some
found the
plugin
second boomerang. Well,
that came
there's no
pre-installed
time
with
to sit
whatever
around and feel all
3D
pleased with
program they
yourself.
were
You're
using.
gonna have to put that new rang to use.
You can see a bit of tearing.
I had a thunder egg I was gonna give you, but a bunch of frills stole it.
I don't
You
know,
have to take
actually.
them all on to get it back.
It probably is. Well, this is the remake. You think they would have mopped it up. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just how it be. Get out the water, Ty. Oh, you can't. PS2 games were pretty notorious for tearing anyway, so it doesn't surprise me that this one has some. It might just be baked in. Honestly. Another life. Wow. I don't know if we're gonna lose very many of those. The game is extremely forgiving. Combat. Amazing. You don't even have to aim or be close, just kind of mash square in the general direction of enemies and they shall fall. We're not done with 2 up yet. There's a whole entire optional area. Many optional areas, actually. This is one thing that this game is pretty good about. I know I was saying that like the opals are generally on a pretty linear path, and they are. But most of the levels have some like little side areas you can go off and explore. They don't feel mega linear. Oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. You're supposed to come from over so that you can, and then like come up from around there. Oh, that camera. So that you can use this cool power-up. Wow. With a really terrible sound effect smash and a big angry roar. They just die. This whole, I think originally, speaking of boomerangs, your late dad bought us some from Australia and we got them on the laundry room. Oh, cool. I think I got a boomerang at some point from some family member. I think, well, a family member friend who lived in Australia. She brought me a boomerang. I don't know if I still have it. I probably got rid of it when I was purging my room with stuff, but they're fun. They do not fly like you expect them to. Up we do. Yeah, this was the original way you're supposed to come in. If you remembered to backtrack all that way instead of just jumping over the waterfall, but... Hold on, there's a way to free aim. Oh, there it is. I don't know if they actually teach you how to free aim your boomerang either. Which is actually a problem, because you have to free aim them a lot. Well, not a lot, but you have to free aim them on several...
That wasn't a half bad effort, Ty. I reckon with a little more
puzzles
practice,
that
you'll
require
get
it.
there. Cool.
No, they don't turn back. They use the trip the animals and make it easy. You. Just angle them. Leg them. Whoa, look at that render of the water. No one can see it through the transparent texture. Don't bother. But yeah, that bunyip, or whatever that like power armor move, I think is part of an old system where originally they had wanted you to like get animal power-ups corresponding to each of the talismans you unlocked, but like, it's very unfinished. Oh, got all the opals. Very cool. So yeah, every 100 you get, you can do a super bite. If there were any enemies left, I'd do
Looks
it.
like today wasn't a complete waste of time.
Thanks, Maury.
You seem to have learned a thing or two.
Oh, yeah, you're too right.
You know, there's one other thing I could show you, but I don't know if you're ready for it yet.
It's a double jump, mate.
Oh, what's that?
Well, a mate of mine who knows a mate who knows a mate who knows another mate says you can use two boomerangs
bother-
to glide long distances.
They didn't bother writing the subtitles, though. You get it. You know what they're
It's
saying.
simple, really. You jump, then press and hold jump again to start gliding.
Double jump, Ty.
Right.
Is that safe?
Safe as houses, mate. See if you can glide across this gap to reach that thunder egg.
I don't know if I can do it. Whoa.
Shoo ripper!
Wahoo.
Look at that. Me mate's mate was telling the truth after all. Just as well I didn't call for an ambulance. Well, lad, you made it through with
We
flying
did it.
colours. And as a little extra bonus, a stopwatch will appear near the start.
Okay. What's that for?
The racetrack.
Can't remember if you get
You
anything.
can race the clock to
You
win
do.
another
Okay, yeah, you have
thunder
to
egg.
beat him.
Right. I'll give that a go later.
I'll give that a go now, Ty.
Well, that's enough gas bagging from me. Let's head back to the Bly station.
Yay! Oh boy, I got, I think, 2 more. So first we can, how do I do this? There we go. Press triangle, use all your thunder egg or opals. Oh, after this game, I always wanted an opal. I'm like, wow, they'd be so cool.
See these funny looking
They
mushrooms?
are cool, but they're
The
not.
bloke down at the local
Oh, God, that's
watering
gonna
hole reckons that if you stand in the middle of them, something weird will happen.
Teleport shrooms, a fairy circle. Is how you warp to either end of the map. And then we just go ahead and do this.
Welcome to the track.
More tutorials.
Race
of
to the
course.
finish as fast as you can, mate. The checkpoints will lead the way.
You miss
But miss one, and the race is over. Good luck.
Whee! Most of these are pretty. I think the only one that's even a little hard is the shipwrecks one, because it involves you having to swim, which is, the game itself at base controls kind of wonky. Swimming controls even wonkier, but there's usually not much involved other than, because like it's not the entire level. It's just, yeah, see this short little strip. I walked
was a ripper of a race,
Just don't,
Ty.
just don't.
You're
I'll
faster
move
than
it.
a long-legged emu with a case of the bellyaches. Case of the bellyaches. I reckon you've earned this.
Oh boy, another
Oh,
thunder
you
eye.
beauty.
Oh, he's got his meat gloves. Back into the fairy circle. We did it. Oh boy, a cutscene. Hope you're enjoying this epic lore.
I found it! I found it!
Let me see that. At last, a mystic talisman. It's time to move out. We got 4 more talismans to find. You there, fetch my bags. Soon unimaginable power will be mine. Mine.
Untextured clay. I miss back when, like, maybe it's because games were so much harder to make back then, but it felt like there was like a lower barrier of quality needed. Like, you get your game published and it didn't really have to look or be finished or do that great. Using proprietary engines. I think that was the real reason there wasn't like a glut of production, so the competition was a lot less stiff. That's kind of why I like these old games a lot. Not just because of nostalgia, like obviously that's part of it. We gotta collect these rainbow scales. Harder to make, but with more passion.
You
Yeah.
little
Oh,
ripper,
thanks,
Ty.
Maureen. More tutorials.
You found a fair dinkum rainbow scale. When you find enough, take them to the Bunyip Elder at Rainbow Cliffs.
Oh. There's a bunch of those little PNGs hidden in this hub area, and if you find them all, you get a second health bar. But you can't find them all until you get to the very end of the game anyway, so. But I do really like this hub area. It's always been, like, nice. We gotta go talk to Maurice. Upgrade my
We
boomerang.
need at least this
Indie
many
Market has that if you
fire
look past the top
thunder eggs
10%. Yeah,
to
you're
power
totally
the
right.
talisman machine. Why is this so? The power of the
feel
Flammeranius
like
eggs convert extraneous
indie
matter into
games
a Walsh
almost
matrix
have,
for
like-
the production of plasma, with options on a dual overhead multi-valve 4-speed automatic transaxle. This gives us
There's, like-
illusory results.
I almost feel like there's like
Keep looking, Ty.
indie games are either like in terms of maybe scope. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for here, but like I feel like a lot of these old PS2 games were like in this middle level of quality, whereas indie games now, in terms of scope and production and all that, they're like either on the low end, like you got 2D pixel art RPG maker stuff, and that doesn't mean it's bad, just kind of like limited. Or you got the stuff that you're like, wow, an indie game made this, and it's just maybe smaller on a lower budget, but mid-budget games, I guess you could say, or like mid-budget, mid-quality, but with like original assets, because like you can make a decent-looking asset flip, know how to use it. I don't know, there's this like kind of janky mid-tier that I don't think indie games fall into very often, but maybe you're right, and I'm just not looking far enough. Oh yeah, this is the dead end bit, that like this weird little offshoot. There was originally another area planned down there, and they just walled it off with a big rock. In the original, you fight one boss after each of these little hub areas, and originally in this main area, rather than going, so the bosses you just like teleport to their arena. Originally, like this main hub area would have these little like areas offshooting them, where the portals for the next areas would be. It's kind of hard to explain. You'll see when we get there. We'll get to at least. I don't know why I'm bothering to collect the rainbow scales, just because, god damn it. I think it's because when I was a kid, there's one rainbow scale, even after I beat the game, that took me hours to find. And I was so desperate. Back in the Tasmanian Tiger instruction manual. Actually, you know what? Let's go learn how to swim first. This is annoying. there was a helpline you could call for game tips and tricks. And I was so desperate, I tried calling them. And then I got prompted with something that's like, you have to pay money to get access. It costs a certain amount of money per minute or whatnot. And I got scared and I hung up. But I always remember, I'm like, I can't find this last rainbow scale. It was before the era of the internet. You youngins these days, you can just look up on game facts. Or print it out, or you have to buy the Prima strategy guide. I don't think the strategy guide, well no, it must have. Never have gotten the strategy guide for this game. I collected a lot of those strategy guides. I think I still have some. I know I had the Jack and Daxter ones, but there was one for this game. I got it. Oh, yeah. Swim first. Wait, we gotta get these rainbow scale. Bonk. I can't remember how many there are. 12, I think. Oh, there must be more than 12. Alright, off we go to shipwrecks.
Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef, full of beautiful fish, friendly natives, and inviting sandy beaches. It's a beaut spot for a swim if you know how.
I don't know how to swim, Maury. This game also introduced me, at least when I was a kid. I think this was the first game I had that played it. Well, we were talking in Noah's stream about games that, like, the reward is concept art. Look at these invisible boxes. Each one drops a piece of concept art you can view. I love that. I wish more new games had that as not like a, oh, you get the entire concept art gallery for 100% of the game, but like little pick-upables or little bits, you like get them one at a time. Maybe that's kind of like a dissonant for a lot of games these days. But I miss it a lot. I thought it was fun. And it was also neat to see the old concept art for a lot of these old games, because old concept art was rough. Again, back in those days, lower barrier to entry. You didn't need to have these like amazing promotional splash art quality level pieces. There was a lot of concept art that was just like, yeah, here's a napkin sketch. And I personally like that more than the super high quality stuff. It just feels like more interesting to see the rough
went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike.
Danger Spike? Where's that, Rex?
Oh,
It's a nice little spot, not too far from Shark Reef.
Yeah, and?
Well, anyway, she's an excellent swimmer, but
oh
she
boy,
hasn't
Rex.
come home yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
Must have recorded him on a different microphone.
I'm on lifeguard duty, so could you have a look for me?
Well, I would, mate, but I can't swim.
Tell you what,
Don't worry,
I'll
just
teach
take
you.
these magical
Follow me.
boomerangs.
When you're in water, press the bite button to dive, then tap the jump button to start swimming.
Okay, wish me luck.
By the way, those boomerangs of yours won't work underwater, but I got a prezi for you that'll fix that. These are aquarangs.
Oh boy,
I found them in an old shipwreck years ago.
where are they?
Cut through water like a hot knife through butter. If you can dive under the water and grab them, well, then they're all yours.
Oh, they were under that reflective texture that you can't see through because we're on new. Oh, there they are.
Good one.
Wow.
The aquarangs work like regular boomerangs, but you can only use them underwater. Oh, and one other thing.
I bet
You're
you.
not a fish, mate, so keep an eye on your air supply.
Right over
thanks,
his
Rex.
face.
Use the aquarang to hit this switch. It'll open the shark door so you can be on your way.
Sweet.
I bet the aqua rings originally were part of like some more involved quest, like getting your second ring. Like, you'll have to do this side quest for me before you can get access to the aqua rings. But then they ran out of time. They're like, just have the platypus give it to you.
Great work, Ty.
Oh boy, thanks.
You've learned how to swim and use those aquarangs. With a bit of practice, you'll be a champion swimmer just like me.
You beauty.
This is my good mate.
Oh, man.
She'll show you the way to Danger Spike.
Good luck, mate.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Hey, Ty,
Ugh.
you can swim faster by tapping the jump button to gain speed. Let's go find Elle.
Remember this ancient technique. Attack me with the jump button. Yeah. What was that? It was a Mandalore gaming video. It was the Arthur one. This ancient fighting technique passed down to my generations. Listen carefully. Press the R1 button to use a light attack. Press the R2 button to use a heavy attack. This is the mission that's notorious for losing opals. When you break them on, I think it's because the islands are kind of wonky shaped. They're not like flat. So some of the opals probably like started deeper down in the transform point. They just get lost right underneath that curved geometry. Up you do. Up you do. How many? I think I need 10 thunder eggs, was it, to power the whatchamacallit? I frankly, it doesn't matter. But I'm asking because this mission, this level, this world is a little annoying. I don't want 100% it. Definitely not the opals, but there's a couple side areas that are, even when I came back to replay it as a grown-ass man, they were like breaking my head because they're not very intuitive to get to. Yeah, we gotta use my super bite. I forgot to show it. Fine, I gotta find the creepy. Let's see. Probably I'm just look at this. You're supposed to follow her, but it's not particularly. Oh, there she is.
Hey, Ty.
Hey, Ty. This game introduced me to the concept of sea mines. I didn't even know they were a thing. And Finding Nemo. Are sea mines like a thing only down in Australia? They seem to be very ingrained in Australian culture from the two sources I have seen. Finding Nemo and this game. Imagine they must be in other places.
Hey, Ty.
But maybe Australia just thought they would, like, they figured to keep them around.
Careful, Ty.
Oh boy, look out for the
These
trap.
are pretty nasty.
Maybe they thought they'd keep all the horrible, like, water koalas out or something.
Stay out of the way of those sharks. They're big meanies.
Dang.
Press the action button to swim into the cage. Press the action button again to swim out.
Thanks. Hop into the cages. The game in general, sea lions are bioweapons made by ancient Australians. Sea lions are mutated seals. Sea lions big in Australia? Are they like all over the place? Get out of here, you crazy shark! Blimey. That's not Australian, that's British. What's the difference? Oh, that was a wonky camera moment there. Ooh, shark. Or don't. The game is just full of these, like, mechanics, like the little shark cages. And I think that was kind of a staple of early aughts collectathons anyway. The, like, one-off mechanics for a mission. But Kai feels like it has, like, a lot of really small... Like, in a lot of games, it's like, oh, in this mission you drive around a car, or in this mission you do this or that, and they're, like, kind of set pieces. And Kai has those. But it has a lot that are like, in this mission, there's one little interactable in this one corner of the area. It does something slightly different. There you go. Up the mouth. I hear a Bilby. I don't think I'm not gonna bother with much of this. I want to get to my favorite mission, which is the next one. I mean, granted, you can do them out of order, but I'm gonna come here first just to get the ability to swim, so you have it. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. I'm gonna at least go to the second area. But I don't think I'm gonna try and beat the whole game one sitting like I have been for the other ones. I probably could. It's not a particularly long game, especially if you're not going for 100%, but even so. Hello, weird platypus.
How are you?
Yeah, good. And what about you?
Let me guess. Rex was worried about me again?
Look at your polygons.
Yeah, that's right.
Like folding
Isn't
in.
he a sweetheart? Well, I better get home so he stops fretting.
Righto then.
By the way, I found this on the way. Want it?
Yay! The skyboxes in this game remind me a lot of Worms 2 for some reason. I think it's because they had that like cartoony aesthetic to them. There's a couple later in like the dev room especially that you get access to the dev room if you find all of the concept art pieces in the game. Not a dev room, it's more like a concept art room. But the skyboxes in there are jank. They got that classic, like, really, I don't know how to describe it. Hardcore pen in like airbrush, but like from way back when. So it's like really junk. I'm not gonna. I could do this. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna go to the shipwreck and the quicksand. Show the people. We're not doing the sea versus. We'll play that. That's an annoying one. We gotta show everyone everything in every mission. They can get the full tie experience vicariously. Or you can go buy the game. I don't remember how much this was. It was surprisingly expensive for like an ancient remake of a not super popular game, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong in this. As far as I know, this did have a fairly cult community. I'm sure for some people, Ty was their great. Ty was their favorite franchise. I do very much remember this first game fondly, but I was saying the second one and third one especially did not leave much of an impression on me other than they were paler versions of the narrative or the developmental arc that Jak and Daxter went through. These horrible coconut crabs. I love coconut crabs. They're the ocean's awful little dumpster divers. Look up pictures of coconut crabs, watching them scooping themselves onto garbage lids. Of the fact that they're such a dumb animal that... Oh, what the heck? Mind only. You can't eat coconut crabs because they eat so much stupid poison shit that there's a good chance you'd be exposed to whatever horrible toxins are inside of them. What a terrible animal. I love them. Oh. I love crabs in general. They're like the ocean's little spiders, but not as creepy for some reason. Oh, it's just a cog for this? Well, we're already here. Might as well. I think I can... Wow, those are a lot of opals. Yeah, there's the quicksand, the bird, and the shipwreck. We'll at least get those. Almost. Not worried about it. Don't flub it, please. Oof, scared me. I feel like these little like floating platforms that had physics to them were probably a big showcase for them. gives it this game, yeah, there's some early footage of this game. I think you can actually access it in this in-game, like, because they weren't afraid to show the early concepts. Like, this was originally going to be like a sci-fi space game. There's some, like, you can see like the early dev levels where they really, it was like just getting the mechanics sorted out and like how to move. Yeah, I wish more games would show that off proudly. It feels like a lot of games these days are like embarrassed about the development process, like they want to hide it as much from players as they possibly can. Oh, hold on, listen. Get away from me. Super bite you. Whoa, we're going Super Saiyan. Wow. Never tell you how to do that. And it has very little actual use. It chains to enemies if there's a group. Actually, I have another one. Let's go use it on these guys. I don't think it's a very far chain, though. And why would you bother doing that when you can just mash square a few times and it has the same effect? Oh boy. Super Saiyan. Yeah. Wow. Look at him jittering. He is struggling to find which polygon on this curved surface to align to. Alright, time for this. I remember struggling with this as a kid. I think this is one of those moments in gaming where I asked my parents, Mom, can you do this for me? I don't know how to do it. My mom, of course, is like, I don't know how to play video games. I'm a mom. Let me give it a try. I think she actually did beat it for me, though. But now, I'm in it. I have superior reflexes and video game skills. Wahoo. Funny how visible those invisible are now. Before on the PS2, the graphics were so terrible that you could like barely see them even if you knew where they are. You had to have access to well, not have to, but crutched on this thing called the Chrono Ring, or is it the Chrono Ring? No, the Infra Ring, that's it. One of the later upgrades you get that like makes this really horrible ping noise whenever one's kind of close. Actually, no, it makes the boxes themselves always emit this horrible ping noise. You can see them if you scope in with the infrared. Really only is useful on one of the missions in the second hub, which is in the snow. For the most part, I think even back then they weren't too hard to find. But on this upgraded graphics, they are like bright as day. Now the hard part I have to find, there's one undersea tunnel that leads into a side area, but I forget where it is every single time. Show on the map? It must be way over on the side. That's probably. Push it out all the way to the front. Probably why it always takes me so long to find it. Yep, there it is. The secret cove! We made it! Down here's another puzzle that screwed my dumb kid brain for years. I knew there was a way to get inside to this secret shipwreck, but how do you get in? I think what really screwed me up is I thought, like, hole on the side of it, swim in. I thought that's how you're supposed to get into it, but it just was, like, really wonky with the angle. Let's see. Yeah, it was here. I thought you got into it by swimming down into this, and I thought, like, oh, there's an invisible wall. There must be some really specific angle I have to actually fit down. But the real answer is there is a button somewhere on this, I thought. Memories, they're flooding back. Except not importantly, even though I played this game less than a month ago. Not less than, but a couple months ago. Barracuda! Might not actually be on the ship, it might be some random button here. We're gonna put a pin in that one. Back to get the easy one, which is just at the top of a hill. And they kind of ran out of ideas for some of the Thunder Eggs. We'll just put this one up here. Hill B. Great, 2. Probably wasn't attached to where there's a great. I think this is probably the one, the most blatant. They didn't quite know where they were putting stuff, but yeah, it's always weird that the level of quality is not spread out evenly. Like I was complaining about, or not complaining, but I was mentioning how like some of the levels don't really have persistent or very interesting level-specific gimmicks to them. But there's a level much later that's like really fleshed out and has quite a few gimmicks attached to it. Just kind of feels like they, I guess that's part of game dev. Can't give every level the same treatment. You kind of spread it out. You can give this level this much time, and then we got to move on to the next one. There's a point where they're having to kind of figure things out. Not quite sure of it. Oh, too bad. The button just somewhere else random? I thought you had to look into the ship. I'm losing my mind. Yes. My memory's not as good as I thought it was. God, I'm getting fucking barracudas. How many of them are there? I swear. One more once over, because my mind is sure that the button on this. Huh. Well, false memories that have not been corrected by recent exposure. Actually, we'll almost get random golden cod first. These will be useful for buying the super rings, which makes your ring that already kills in one hit kill in one hit. Or the ring that fires 3 times as fast but takes twice as many hits to kill against the enemies that kind of walk slowly at you and really do a hole. Oh well. We'll just chalk the ship up to no, not gonna work out. Yeah, there's a thunder egg in there, you have to believe me. I guess that's it for shipwreck, because I don't want to go collect the seahorses and the rest of the thunder opals. Opals. Definitely not. Don't really want to do the race all that good and go off to my favorite level. And honestly, the level that made me want to replay this game back a month ago, and I was thinking, I'm like, wow, what game or what moments in my childhood gaming experience really stood out to me? And this next level is one of the ones that came up. Where are the mystic shrooms? I have to swim all the way out to the... There's a fairy circle around here. I know there is. Can't do this to me. Oh, there it is. Woo! But the, 1 minute trip isn't really gonna take too much out of my lifespan, but still, it's the thought. And here we are, back again. Now we can swim. I'm gonna go collect more worthless rainbow scales. Want to. You gotta collect them all so that when you unlock the final area and you pick up the last one that's just hiding behind a door, you just got them all. I wonder if there's a way to skip over that. I feel like there probably is some amazing speedrunner tech. There's one that's just kind of floating out in the middle of nowhere. This one took me as a kid hours to find because kids don't look up. And I could never find it, and then I'd land down here, and stupid little me was like, I can't, where am I supposed to go? I can't find any more rainbow scales. And I think if I did see that on old PS2 graphics, it probably just blended right in. I feel like over here was meant to be another area too, but I could be wrong. Originally, they had it set up so that, like, in this first area, you're collecting fire opals. Quote-unquote fire thunder eggs, that you get the fire boomerang, and then the next one is ice and then electricity, and then originally there was an earth. I get the 4 elements, but they scrapped it for time, and that might also be why some of the levels have one-off mechanics, because I think they were originally going to have another quote-unquote driving level, because you get access to a vehicle of sorts in the next area. We'll get to that. I haven't unlocked anything. I have.
We need...
Oh, right. Here.
Oh my! You found enough golden cogs, haven't you? These will be perfect for my latest invention. I call it the Cogulacious Boomerangerous Extrapolator. Ty, it's a machine I designed to create cutting-edge techno-rangs. Oh my! This is
There it is.
very
Can't you
nice.
see it?
It's a zoomerang.
Oh, there it is. I love it doesn't even fit anywhere
Zoomerang
close to
has
the
a
boomerang
built-in
mold.
telescopic aimer. Press the Ty's view button to activate it. Use the movement stick to aim and the camera stick to zoom in and out on enemies for greater throwing accuracy. No worries. To select it, use the previous rang and
Don't
next
forget,
rang buttons
Ty,
to
to
cycle
use the
through
Ty
your
zoom
collection.
button. Oh boy, I have it. They go farther. Way farther. Like, too far, honestly. You can use it to snipe the enemies that sometimes show up. Maybe I'm being overly negative, but even as a kid, I'm like, none of these are they're all worthless. Rainbow scale. Here's the next hub area. Blocked by ice. We'll see. Well, no, we still gotta go do walk in the park. Then we'll see. Then you'll see. Music in this game's always been real nice too. Real chill, but like has that slight early 2000s techno twang to it, just a little bit. Not so much this song. This song's just chill, but some of the other ones. Walk in the park.
Oh, smell that fresh rainforest air. See the cute wallabies. Surf the slippery water
Whoa.
slide. Watch out for those leeches.
Oh, this music's great. Got trees.
G'day, Ty.
What games have
Our
trees?
good friend Shazza can get herself into a pickle
More well, actually,
sometimes.
this is lore.
This
Because-
time, her truck has broken down at the end of the forest road.
Yoo-hoo.
But if that isn't bad enough, I spotted some blue-tongue lizards nearby. Grrr. You reckon you can give her a hand? You bet. I'm on my way.
Ooh, we gotta go help Shazza. What? What? From that far? Is it just a horizontal trigger? Hold on. Yeah, it's just a super long. That's funny. It's not proximity. There's just like a tripwire there that goes all the way across. I guess if you don't miss it, you're like a kid just zooming along. You're like, I gotta go on an adventure. I don't have time to listen to Maury. There we go. Look at the skybox on this. See it? It's right there. You can see the seam. It's so good. I love it. Like 20 feet over there. I could just get up. Makes me smile when you skybox. Or not even. That's not even the skybox. It's just like a little enclosure. I think the real skybox is probably just blue. No, it looks like a cloud texture out there. We'll get more golden rings. This mission I might fully complete. Love this one so much. Like, there's a lot of detail for a PS2 game. Like, none of it's super high quality, sure, but they did really good with the transparent textures, make it feel like good foliage. And I think as a kid, this game like set a pretty high bar for early 2000s games. Have better more
Here's some free
tutorials.
advice. Certain enemies deflect your rangs with their thick skins, but
Oh, I guess you're supposed to go here
hopeless
first, so
against
you can learn how to
those
beat
pearly
coconut
whites of
crabs.
yours. So sometimes you have to bite the bad guy.
You want to bite a giant beetle? Kid, also, I looked at these horrible nightmare creatures based on local Australian flora and fauna, and I'm like, why would God allow such a place to... These monsters should not share space with humanity. So I guess maybe they'd say the same thing about house centipedes. Are house centipedes in Australia? I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some nightmare monsters that we have Continental US that Australians would be like, what in the goddamn is that? It's all a matter of perspective. I think cicadas are horrifying nightmares, but in some places in the world, those are just like normal. Like, oh yeah, we have these immortal hibernating creatures that burst from the earth every few decades to blot out the sun. Boy, a water
Listen,
slide.
Before you tackle this water slide, there are
Don't
a
forget
few
to
things
press the
you
jump
need
button
to
to
know.
jump over
You can
sticks.
speed up and duck under the logs by pressing the bite button. And you can slow down by pulling back on the movement stick.
Wow. I think we'll go down here first. I don't think there's any loops back then anymore. We gotta save the bilbies. Like, they got a lot of like variation on the textures too. Like, not just like ground texture, wall texture. Where's the? Sure. Must be. Yep, there it is. Okay, here, these things too. Trafalgars, whatever these plants are. Horrible. Disgusting. Oh, alright, you can't fly if you fall too far. This tie reaches terminal velocity pretty quick. Is there nothing else under here? I feel like there was one other thing. Oh, there is. Didn't take that other traffic. Quick chat, what are those horrible plants called? No, wait, Rafflesia. Rafflesia. Can't stop me. Yep, I didn't even... Okay, that's kind of creepy. I typed in the letter R, and Rafflesia was the first thing that showed up. Google is definitely listening. That's kind of terrifying. But thanks, corporate overlords, for helping me find this obscure plant. Is this looping? Mission's fairly open. Oh, no, I know where this goes to. It loops up to a little area by the waterfall. I didn't realize it could loop back here. And the camera. Having a time. Alright, we gotta ride the water slide. If I miss an opal, I'm not going back for it. I actually might lose a life here. Oh, this is an area where you... Oh, force your way off, I believe. Yeah, there you go. The 2002 game, this little... Got the layers of detail, they got these active creatures. And I know this is the remake, but honestly the remake didn't do much other than slightly change the lighting and shadows. Maybe it upscaled the well, probably upscaled the textures, but even with that, like at base, these pretty good use of assets to make the place look filled out. Got the frog soundscape. Yeah, here's where I was losing count. Or I probably could have taken that Rafflesia and launched my way up there. We'll just ride the slide again. Hey! Much help. Oh. Forgot that turns into a boomerang select button. I don't think I ever used it outside of context actions, the triangle or Y button. You're expecting me to use a Xbox controller for this. I got my PS2 controller. Well, not PS2, but my PS4 controller. I'm going for authenticity.
G'day, Cobber.
G'day, Ranger Ken.
I need a favour, mate. There's a flock of cave bats in there.
Cave bats?
It's nearly the wet season, and we need to move them out before the caves flood.
No worries.
Oh yeah, here's a leech. I think these do something special if they hit you. I'm gonna let one hit me. Yeah. And then you have to bite them off. I don't think they hurt you until you like really let them stick. Reminds me again of Sly Cooper with the mosquitoes and like the crocodile level. I really am gonna have to go back and play Sly Cooper. I think that'll be next week's game unless anyone else has a request. I'm down to play like just about any game. I play these games for yay. Oh wait, I gotta hit the bats. Actually, I have to chase him out, or is it like Jack, where it's just to follow him to the spot and hit him? I think it's just follow him to the spot. Very slow for flying creatures. One more.
mate.
Yeah.
Here's something for your troubles.
Thunder Ray.
Oh, you beauty!
And back in the game. Or down here. And with that, I can get to the weird chasm that was over. I think that's where this punches out to, but... Oh, whoa! Camera did not like that. Is this just down in the pit? Yeah, it is. Okay. And here's another example of just put a thunder egg kind of randomly. I need to put 5 in this level. I think there's a Bilby down here somewhere. There's gotta be something at the end of this. Ah, yes. A Bilby. What are these supposed to be? Just... Is a Bilby like a colloquial term for some type of animal? In Australia. Look that up. It's footage of Tyler. Hold on, let's see if Google was... Hi. Yep. There it is. Came up. That's really creepy. I don't believe that Bilbies are such in high demand that if you look at the letters BI, it's going to show up as the top result. And I'm fucked up. Yeah, they're called Bilbies. They're kind of cute. These weird little rats. If I range again, I must ride the water slide. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna die on this. I think. Oh, dead. Oh, I just. Like, why does getting hit in these respawn have this like, weird elemental aura around you? Must be some leftover concept from oh, goodbye to that opal forever. Some leftover concept from how they originally wanted the like original story with like tower armor and the elemental horses and all that stuff. Damn it. Damn it. And these leeches are so slow. I almost like I don't think I remember encountering them when I played recently. I was wondering where they were. Just they're hidden under those fancy reflections. I bet back in the PS2 version you could see them a lot clearer. You gotta press your buttons, shake them off. Oh wow, they killed fast, holy moly. Like, they weren't... Were they actually well, I guess we're getting those opals I missed. When I said I wasn't gonna go back for the opals, they made me a liar. Some textures poking through the ground there, that's okay. That's okay. 210 feels like a nice round number. I think we're on track. I think that was all of them that was in the slot. As a kid, I'll tell you what, it took me numerous attempts. Oh, wait, no, one more. Shit. Numerous attempts at all those opals. Horrible, horrible creatures. Off like balloons. What? Whoa! Okay. There's just sitting right out in the open. High with his meat gloves. Good. this horrible goddamn thing. Chase this thing around. Well, there's two ways to do it. There's one, which is the way I did it as a kid, just chase it. Try and trap it in a moment in its pathing where it kind of angles in a way you can actually hit it, because you can't throw your boomerangs at it, you have to bite it. I think if you do a jumping bite at a couple points, you can angle it off well. And that's the way I normally did it. But then I found out that the real way you're supposed to do it, and the reason it took me so long to figure it out, is you're supposed to use the super bite mechanic that no one teaches you about. Because why would you hold the bite button? Go find that bird. Because no. Yeah, so that's the way you're supposed to do it, I believe. But me as a kid and me when I played recently spent like 20 minutes chasing that thing around. Oh, that was the last building. Perfect. I believe there's another one at the top of this. Eh. What? Okay, there. This feels like the moment they would show off in the gameplay trailer. We got balancing shrooms and different camera angles. Isn't that interesting? Oh, whoa, oh, okay. Just decided not to take fall damage. Works for me. This track is so good. It's got that jazzy piano. Up, up. Random base. Good. This was definitely a trailer moment. Oh, look out, Ty! There's a boulder. Watch out, Ty! You gotta be careful. Very much feels like I was kind of. Now, the more I think about it, the more I realize it might have been kind of inspired by like N64 era stuff. There's a lot of N64 era tropes with gameplay design. Boulders just straight up fall from the sky. I want to actually just watch it from down. Hold on. Yep, there it is, above, just way up there. Is there any logic to it? Nah. That's okay. We'll talk to you in a second. This is like the only level that has like a weird little extension beyond the exit portal. I mean, in the ones that are like linear path at least. There's a couple that it's like the portal's just kind of out in the middle. Random dome. At the end of this, I should get to 299. Ooh. Not 299. Dog. That means that we probably lost some opals into the ground somewhere. I mean, there was the one on the water slide, but that sounds like we missed 2 opals. Consumed, returned to the earth. Yep, rip. 3. Unless there's like another side path on the water slide I missed. There were some opals that oh, look, right there. Ah, what the heck? Slippy. I love it. Can't get enough of it. Stretch textures. Mmm. Delicious. Deal with that in a second. Hello, Shaza.
G'day, Shazza.
Oh, shivers! Oh, Ty, am I glad to see you. Would you mind keeping those blue tongues off me back while I fill up my watering bottle?
No worries.
Thanks, Possum.
Here's one of those random level gameplay
Hit
gimmicks
the
that
boulders
PS2
with your
games were
rank so
so
they knock the
popular
blue
for.
tongues out of the way.
Or at least the games I played. We gotta hit the boulders. Boom. Into those perfect, compressed, royalty-free sound effects. This is great. Heck. Ooh, real bad, actually. Oh no, I failed to save Shazza.
Those scaly thieves took my watering bottle. Good thing I've got a backup.
Good thing you've got infinite backups. Let's
Almost
do
there.
it again.
Let's have another go.
Oh, doesn't have the prompt. I could have swear that some of them, they like prompted you and
Hit
they
the
like
boulders
snap
with your
back
rank
into
so they
that.
knock the blue tongues out of the way.
There's gotta be a couple that do. Must be in the next area. Let's not rip this time. How embarrassing. You can see through Ty's legs there. Turns out tigers are just hollow on the inside. Tasmanian tigers. Excuse me, not a tiger. Tasmanian tiger. Apparently a different creature that no longer exists, or is really... I can't remember if they're extinct or just really, really rare. I think they're just really, really rare. There we go. Good job against that beautiful
Thanks heaps for what you did back there,
bright
Possum.
blue.
No worries.
By the way, I found this at the creek. You want it?
Shoe ripper!
Boy.
Well, I better get a move on. See you soon, Possum.
Alright, almost done with this mission. Where's the fairy circle? Was it back over here? I thought it was next to her. Taking another look. You gotta go do the race! Shit! Oh, hopping. Oh, there's another one. Magic. Not increase the draw distance. Where was... Oh, well, actually, here we go. Oh, that's neat. Never noticed that.
Let's you and me race, brah.
You just launch back up to the end.
Can't beat me.
Bet you thunder! Shit. I'm gonna die. I gotta go fast. Gotta go faster than that, son. Speed is life. I don't remember if there's a right way to do this or if it's just go fast and don't die. Yes, that's the right way to do it. Don't die. Probably could have taken the proper path to... Ooh, what's that thunder egg I'd missed? The opal. Right here? No, well, whatever.
Ah, I did it! Wow, you won! You got lucky as all. But fair is fair. Next time I'll beat you. Sweet.
I believe he shows up like 2 more times and he has the exact same audio each time. Fair is fair, you beat me. Whee. Still not enough. Well, we'll go ahead and leave. Ah, the rainforest. Falling boulders. The one set of floor spikes. Only there, nowhere else. So weird, just these little disconnected design elements just kind of plopped in there. Yeah, we'll put floor spikes here, why not? Is it like a recurring theme through the level? Nah.
Jolly good, Ty. You've collected enough thunder eggs to power the machine. Let's give it a go, shall we? Outstanding! Simply outstanding! The energy levels
Happy
are off the
Blasdo
scale.
energy.
And yes, I've got a lock on one of the talismans. Stand back, Ty. It's coming through.
You could have just grabbed it. Why'd you have to do a running jump? And now we're in a boss fight. No introduction. Just go. Okay, I recovered health. Here we are. This thing has the worst scream audio sound ever. I can't tell if it was like a mistake and it wasn't supposed to be that horrible. Like, it has like this squeaking, screeching. Is that like it's just like peaking the microphone, or did they add that on purpose? I can never tell. No, not enough. Gotta get him to slam against all the churros. It's so horrible. I like the skybox though. It's got this neat, like, moody dark cloud cover on the side. I don't think actually those are even reaching me. Yeah, very cool. Oh, those are reaching me. Really? That was out of range? Okay. Boss fights are... Oh, okay. Not the game's strong suit. That's okay. I don't think there are very many platformer collectathons with, like, really strong boss fights to begin with, so it all works out. Wait for it. I'll just eat the last hit. Okay. Dead. Forever. Just a random cow there in the goggle gecko. Oh, look at that compression on that cutscene. They did not bother remastering this one.
Well done, Ty. You've retrieved the first of the ancient talismans. When Boss Cass discovers that we're out to thwart his plans, he will do all in his power to stop you. Be careful, my friend.
She'll be right, old-timer.
What did you just call me? I'm going away.
Struck me lucky you actually found the talisman. I just might have bet on the wrong horse. Anyway, mate, Julius has got a present for you at his lab.
I think in some of the cutscenes you can actually see the
I've made a most exciting discovery. The talisman machine is brimming with excess energy from the fire thunder eggs. By diverting that energy to my special hyper-techno boomerang maker, I can make special elemental rangs. Watch. Simply smashing. I present to you the Flamerang.
Wow.
You beauty! Yes, this rang can start fires and melt ice. It even has a more powerful effect on some enemies. To select
some is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
And next rang buttons to cycle through your collection. It will aid you well in your quest. Now, go try it out.
Oh boy, got the Flamerang. And here we see the problem for these. Actually, the flame rings have the most generally. The thunder rings are like utterly worthless. The ice rings have a little bit of use, but not a flamerangs, not only do they melt ice, they burn like a few drops. There it goes. Oh, intrigue.
He's smarter than I thought.
You're the Tasmanian tiger. The Tasmanian tigers are gone. The rainbow scale. You never want to use the flame ring because it doesn't break crates, it lights them on fire, and you have to wait for them to burn.
I imagine we shall do quite well here, because it's a perfect focal point for the talisman machine.
Oh, okay, thanks, Julia. So like, you see this little area, it's like this kind of cramped little hub. And back up top, originally, for that boss arena where we fought the pig, was originally supposed to be that upper area, Blah Blah Station. Same with this one, the boss arena in this area was originally, you're supposed to walk down here and come out into like a big open beach and so on for the other levels as well. But they couldn't make it work, so they just kind of changed these hub areas where you fight the boss to it's just a cave. There's some portals there if you want. What do we got? Outback Safari. Start with this one. This is the weird. Oh, cutscenes. More lore. I only think they remastered the very first cutscene.
The information you supplied is invaluable.
Crusty as hell.
So someone thinks they can stop me obtaining all the talismans. Of course he will never succeed. I want this meddling mammal stopped at any cost.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Those talismans are as good as mine. Begin phase 2!
It's
This is it.
Ooh.
The wide
You know, they were trying.
outback. What a glorious view. Lots
Thing
of
about game
sand,
dev, sometimes you
red
gotta
earth and rock
get it out.
And some more
Doesn't matter if it's
sand
ready.
And another rock and more. Yes, it's glorious.
Look at that
all right.
solar flare. God damn. Here's our vehicle.
You're
God,
gonna
the
sit
sun's
on
just
that?
blasting
Are
a
you
hole through
feeling
Ty's
all
skull.
right, mate?
Ah, he's a big pussycat when you get to know him. Right,
That's
Ty?
okay, don't animate her
Yeah,
mouth.
right as rain. I'll use this, me lasso ring.
I have this as well. This lasso ring. Originally, I was supposed to get this in a quest, but didn't work out. Behold, the car level. It controls really bad. You drift like a I'm trying to think of some clever allegory here, but it's not coming to me. But yeah, you drift like hell. Look, we're getting ice opals now. To unlock our next power, the ice ring. I don't know how much I'm gonna do this level. You gotta avoid, watch out for the whoa. They actually kind of pretty hard. Finding all the opals here is also not a pain because they have some of them like just randomly hidden in the grass or in some of the destructible objects. Like yeah, there's a random one right here. Oh, don't hit those smokestacks. Remember, that's how you beat the boss. Turn around. Oh, there we go. Yeah, smooth. Silk. That lasso ring. Yeah. Oh. Can't remember if I can't interact with this yet. No, I need to go do start the mission first, and then they become interactive. Where are you, Ranged Ken? Don't worry, you can't hurt the animals. There you are. Oh yeah, you're marked with a giant exclamation billboard.
It's a real scorcher today, and a few spot fires have broken out.
Straight.
Struth.
Every time I try to put out a fire, one of those
The lens
thrills
flare
gets in
just
the
keeps
way. Can you lend me a
blasting
hand,
through
mate?
my friends. Let me hand. Yep. They're stuck in the frozen time. The grass continues to flow.
Good on you, mate. There's enough water in those towers to douse the flames.
Douse the fly. Oh. Make sure you respawn Ty a couple inches above the ground, because if you don't, we've been having this issue with the opals. They're spawning underground. Don't spawn Ty above ground by a little bit and let him drop. I know it looks kind of weird, but otherwise he's gonna be stuck underground. We have very thin floors. Sploosh. There we
That
go.
was a ripper of an effort, mate.
Property
You handle those
damage.
thrills and save the town without breaking a sweat. You deserve a medal. In fact, you deserve better than that.
Bonza!
I don't remember if Ty had those meat hands. Throw me off. What if those are just part of the upscale? They're like, well, Ty's gloves never really had a texture, so I mean everything kind of was blocky. So we're just gonna add a base default leather texture that's in. I feel like that must be an inside joke to someone on the game. There's not a lot going on in this level, unfortunately. You got your time trial. There's like 2 other missions. The real challenge of this level is the controls. The random cogs hidden in destructible objects. Oh, don't forget this one. Random cog. I remember I was watching someone who like data mined this game, and there was apparently another car driving mission, but ultimately scrapped. I think probably along with the area they cut, the Earth. I am thankful for that. It's a fun gimmick, but I think more than one level would efficiently overstay its welcome. Place. Oh, yep, here we go. Here's another Thunder Egg, just kind of there. Okay, well, they really do respawn you a couple feet above. Listen, the animation is locked in one place. We're not worried about that, but when player control is returned, it technically spawns at different things. We gotta put them up. Game development is tough, man. You gotta get some BS to deal with. Find your cat. Do the gimmick.
This used to be the best little watering hole, mate. It had crystal clear drinking water and was a great place for a bit of a paddle.
Right, so what happened to it?
That Galar boss Cass
Galar.
decided this would make a nice little toxic waste dump. I don't know how, Ty, but we have to stop those pumps.
Yes.
You're a top bloke, Ty. Just keep an eye out for those
think this is
rotten
like
frill
the-
lizards.
Well, no, it comes
Hey,
up
mate,
later, but
Maybe you should aim at those pipes.
it's weird how they're not uniform with when you can say yes or no to certain characters. To some, like back when we were in the forest, you guys are just like, yeah, you're coming to shoot rocks at frills now. Easy. Just gotta go fast as fuck.
On you, mate, you did it. Look at those beautiful animals. It's moments like these that make me proud to be a
Ken,
ranger.
aren't we animals? Oh, don't ask me such
I want you to
existential
have
questions.
Oh, sorry, mate. I've got something in my eye.
Hey, sweet.
I can't see! Ken. We need to evacuate. The sun is angry and it's coming for blood. Look at that. There's a red sun over paradise right there. Sundowner is going to show up soon. Alright, well, there's 2 more missions. I suppose we should do them all, shouldn't we? I like how you can break the little objects. It's like fairly interactive. I'll give them that. But it still feels kind of half-baked overall. Gotta go find Jazza. She has 2 missions. Do at least 1. Look for the exclamation marks. Here it is.
Just when I thought I could have a nap, trouble stirs up again. Shazza is off on her afternoon rounds, but I saw a gang of frills heading after her.
Is the one.
Do you think you could go and take care of those hooligans?
Stop time. Tokiwo.
Oh, that's the spirit, mate. Okay, all you have to do is knock the frills off their bikes before they reach Shazza.
Order gang. Where'd you go? Oh. Does not spawn you in line with them. Unfortunately, you cannot preemptively kill them. You have to wait until they become active. Mostly, it looks like most of them take a second to spawn in. There we go. That lasso ring will do what it needs to get there. Dead. Oh, no. They hold you in that for a while. Gow, Shaz is gonna get killed by the mortar game. Oh wait, they just self-destruct on her anyway. Can I make her move faster by... I don't think so. It looks so bad. It's okay. It's okay. It's charmingly bad. I'm not upset by how bad this looks. I am endeared by it. This looking very bad is a positive to me. I don't get why these motorcycle frills are allowed to be around. Why don't we just make crime illegal? It'd solve a lot of problems. Just instantly dead. Just walk up behind them and use a Garrett. Oh, what? It's a homing missile boomerang. Just use a Garrett wire on the Garrett. Someone's gonna be mad at this. Well, you did your little lap, Shazza, and we committed several murders.
Unreal, Ty. You showed those frills a thing or two. By the way, one of them dropped this.
Whoa, you beauty!
Whee! Okay. We'll call that good for the car driving section. 1, 2. Let's see. And we'll do snow work.
Check out these amazing snowy mountains. Full of frolicking kangaroos, high-speed wombats, and giant yabbies, all eager to meet you.
What is a
Hope
yabby?
you packed a clean pair of thermals.
Have to look up all this Australian slang. Yabby. It is this. That's hilarious. So they said giant yabby, and there's these...
Oh, this is bad. Really bad. While the children were playing in the snow,
Little
when that
scamp.
little scamp Bernie accidentally caused an avalanche. I can hear them call out, but I can't see them.
No worries, Sheila. I'll find them for you.
Oh boy. There's some giant lobsters in the underwater lake, but apparently that is what yabbies are. Fuck. think they're just hanging out here, yeah? If I remember correctly? Or are they... No, they must be spread around. There's one.
Oh, you might.
Time. 8. Oh boy. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, cheers.
Dun, dun. I'm just gonna go murder some people playing in this. Open up. There we go. Oh. I think my goal for this one is just make it to the end. This mission is pretty open and kind of like sparse. There's a lot of the other missions, like, they might be open, but they're pretty dense, but there's some chunks of this one where not a whole lot going on. Make it. Oh, the camera is really catching on those trees. But yeah, skybox check. What do we got? Mountains, decent cloud. I did not account for the stretching or for the like connector point on this top though. That's okay. Again, I feel bad saying all this. Like, this is not a mockery or a complaint or a criticism. I love it. I want to see more of it. Show me those ugly scenes in your video games. Break the rank? Yeah. Breaking the flame rank. Epic combat. Epic combat. Epic combat.
It works, son.
It works, huh? 4. I think they're all kind of collected in this general area. I can't remember if there were any, like, way out in the map. I don't think so. But also, if one creature caused an avalanche... Oh, heard someone.
Over here.
Over here. Weird little pillars. There you are. No.
Here I am.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Another one. How am I supposed to... Hey.
Hi.
Oh, there's the other one over there. That must be someone, like, they pulled aside in the office. They're like, hey, Sherry, you have a pretty high-pitched voice. You want to do, like, 2 voice lines for the koala kids?
Oh, you're a ripper, mate.
I like how they change from, like, the call-out voice is always a dude, but depending on which one it is. Here's a great example. These don't show up anywhere else. Just some random ice cubes in this one part of the map. This one mission. They're breakable. You can shoot them. You can throw your rings. Why did they do that? Why did they go through the trouble of that? I guess maybe Ty is like a case study in very poor asset reuse. There are a lot of unique assets, but none of them really matter that much. The enemies aren't uniquely... There's like 2 enemies that have different combat involved. There's the ones that are... You hit them, just some random...
Thanks, mate.
Most of them are... You shoot them once, they're dead. There's some that are you shoot them twice, they're dead. Oh, god damn, you sniped. There's some that are you have to shoot them once and then bite them. And there are like one enemy that shows up in one level where it's you have to light them on fire first and then you shoot them. But I also think all the enemies that take 2 hits and just 1 hit with Flame Ring, and that was their especially powerful against living things. those ones, the blue frills. Well, I guess those kangaroo dudes you're taking too. Well, so it wasn't even with the flame rings. Just flame ring is very useful against the frills. Oh. Ah! No, oh well. Gotta go down here and fight the giant yabbies. There it is. Giant yabby. Apparently a giant yabby is just a giant lobster. Or a yabby is just a lobster. Maybe it's like some offshoot crustacean, but to me that's just a big old lobber. Sea centipede. Actually, no, sea centipedes are a real thing. Get in the hole. Hey, but why didn't that hit me? Okay. Little janky. Get in the hole. Now you are sealed forevermore. And I just get it. Didn't bother making me have to go pick up that one. To wait on these to... Yeah, oh, there we go. Open the cage. What the? Okay, he's dead. At some point in that, they died. I don't know if there's anything under here, if it's just more opals. Oh, I suppose we'll find out. I think it's just more opals. I am certainly not going to collect. Oh, even worse. Ah. You can get the Chrono Rain, which slows enemies. What enemies do you need to slow? There are not many. I think this mission also has one section that's like ridiculously absurd with the amount of enemies, so we'll definitely do it. I do want to find that last kid. Oh, there's a really annoying involved puzzle where you have to like activate a bunch of pylons here. Then the mountain. What do you got, Maurice? Oh.
Now this mill belongs to
There it is, up at the top.
Boss Cass. He's been using it to supply material for some secret project of his. Anyway, I reckon there's something up top. See if you can find a way up there.
No worries.
You got it, Maury. I don't think you need the pylons for that one. Maybe you do. Hope not. Sounds fairly involved. Die. Make some random poor snowboarders just absolutely eat it. We're gonna ascend the sawmill. At least two other puzzles in here. Thunder Eyes. I don't remember, like, I feel like this game's pretty lenient with how many you need to actually, like, complete a level. Let me get up. What kind of sawmill is this? It doesn't seem particularly effective. Just kind of chopping through, I guess. Hope I don't need to use the pylons. Nah. Fuck. Easy. Nope. Oh. Hold on. Oh, yep. You need all the pylons. It activates that pylon. Or, yeah, there's like 3 pylons that appear here. Gotta use them all to ascend. Well, great. Probably not gonna bother with that. So we're gonna go find the other one. Crystal cave somewhere around here. That's the puzzle I want. This level's always felt like kind of loosely designed. You can just kind of walk around wherever. Not like super tight with where you're supposed to go. Mash the jump button, you'll make it. Or not. Hello, Solrin. How are you? Welcome to Toy. Tasmanian Toy. Oh man, the camera. What is it trying to center on? Trying to leave me over here doing I-8? Nice. But yeah, these weird, horrible spiders. They make like drum noises. I think you have to bite all insects. I think that's the rule. Jumping spiders. Horrible ice jumping spiders. Here we go, and there's just this random little... They hit these in the right order. Oh. Nope. They do not come back immediately. Red. Gonna take a second here, but we'll get there. Red. I was aiming for orange. I wonder if they're supposed to go up in ascending color, so that would be red. Alright, fine. We'll stand underneath. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, probably. Okay, so yeah, it's color-coded. I think I've never figured that out. I think I've always just trial and errored it. What a silly boy. Ah, yes. Another factor of old game. Oh, you can see you're on the game island. World ceases to exist at the fringes. Instead falls into Iba. Alright, what other missions do we have? There's the one that's like Nightmare 3. One on top. What other under eggs are up there? Opals. I don't know what that third one is though. Dip on down. Eventually. Then I gotta go rescue the last child. Fuck. There's one spot I'm trying to get to in particular. I think it's just another switch for the pylons, but... Oh! Way up at the top. Well, it's accessible somewhere else, but I just usually jump down to it. Oh, there's just a random thunder egg? Okay, I can't believe I missed that last time. I should have known. the token random thunder egg in the middle of the level. Well, I guess at the end of the level, but yes, down there. That's where I want to go. For some reason, in this one arena, they just like spawn infinite enemies at you. Well, I guess there are more ice cubes here. Me liar. Vehicles. What the? Oh, I thought the ice cubes were spawning. There they are. Here come the random spiders. Just infinite spiders. And then infinite frills just drop down from the sky. Just pop out of there. Great. And then the door opens. It's supposed to be this epic arena. Me being insane, I'm like, no. But so you just walk out. They just spawn. Just like right out of the sky. It's so good. I was like, listen, it's supposed to, and then more just drop down in there. It's supposed to be this like epic escape, I guess. Just drop in a bunch of frills for no reason. There's more enemies in this one little zone than I think anywhere else in the game. Okay, that must be the end of it. I gotta get him with the super bite, right? A little fire drum. Amazing. Okay, there must be a hard limit to how many you can hit, and this very clearly surpasses it. Down we go. I've always thought that one spot's so funny. Like, whoever designed that spot was just like, I don't know, man. Just put enemies there, I guess. How many? Yeah. Okay. Wait, Robert, how many enemies should we put in this little gauntlet? Yeah. What? Yeah. Alright. Say so. Also, Soren, if you're still here, did you want me to finish Jade Cocoon at any point? Just let me know. I'll make that the next stream. I've just been doing random game because keep it interesting. But I will absolutely go back and finish Jade Cocoon at some point if you would like it. Love to. Sweet. Okay, we'll do that next weekend then. I wasn't sure what games to do next. I was just gonna pull more from like the random PS2 library, but kind of afraid to ask. Nah, man, I'll play whatever games. I mean, within reason. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'd go buy a brand new $60 AAA game if I didn't have it. But old games, that's key. Yeah, I'll do a Jade Cocoon next weekend, and we'll see how far we get. It doesn't seem like it'd take more than maybe 1 or 2 more streams. I'm down for that. Warframe. I can always play Warframe, but I feel like Warframe is... There's the last one. Neat. Warframe is very boring to watch. Not saying I'm some amazing, epic, high class, entertaining streamer, but I feel like
6,
Warframe's...
7.
I kind of run out of things to say very
I can't
quickly.
afford- I don't know how you did it.
But I'll
Thanks.
do Warframe.
No worries, Sheila.
Hilariously.
By the way, little Booney found this
a
in the
thunder
snow.
hike.
You can have it if you want
Despite
it.
me feeling like the Warframe streams are
Unreal.
the worst streams, those tend to get the highest viewership. So it's kind of like a win-lose either way. Oh, that,
Relax, Ty. It's a track like any other, apart from the slippery ice and the snow and the downhill bit. It's a sprint to the finish, passing through all the checkpoints as you
well,
go.
I are the
but
Warframe
make sure
lore
you
guy.
hit them all, Ty.
I don't think I
Otherwise
am
you'll
anymore.
Get nothing.
I think that has been passed on to other people by now. I don't make very often lore videos. Unless there's like something really to say about it. This is a 2-minute 29 course? Goodness. And I think YouTube has punished me for my hubris They say, you think you can just release a video when you want? No, you must feed the machine. But I learned my lesson with the Zariman video. Now you're still easily best and most. Thank you. I think the real thing I gotta learn is next big update. I gotta make that lore video ASAP. No time to sit around on it like the Zariman. Definitely not doing a Dymos video at this point. That's way beyond. I'm sure some people would appreciate it, but two gods would. This is the whole mountain. I think this is like one of the few missions where the racetrack is actually the level instead of just some small little chunk of it. Well, no, I guess shipwrecks you have to go from start to finish, well, to the finish of the spire, but most direct where you're pretty much doing the whole level, because shipwrecks is a bit spread out. Actually, I think Rex marks the spot you might go through the whole level too. I can't remember. Despite me playing this game very shortly ago. After all, because you was able to finally understand the Old Natal, Lotus Margulis, when you went in. Oh. Glad I could help. It is a bit, there are some confuzzling bits in Warframe, to be sure. Whatever I can do to bridge that gap. I've always been more on like the explaining train as opposed to the theorizing train. I think
You did it.
that aligns with how my videos have done.
Record time. Here, have a thunder egg.
So I guess that's like a,
You beauty.
but like even more so, I don't really typically like doing like the recap videos unless there's like a lot that kind of got lost. But I've seen other Warframe lore tubers do pretty good with that recap. I think there's one guy who does like the Warframes themselves lore, but that would basically just be recapping the Bavarians. I thought was kind of boring. I never did it. And then Siege does all the speculation, and I think I would consider him the lore guy at this point. Most people seem to think that as. How do I get out of here?
The snow has compacted here,
Oh,
mate,
more.
so it's pretty slippery. So it could help if you need a bit of a speed boost.
Where are the mushrooms? Get me out of this place. Where's the fairy circle? Please, God, don't make me climb the entire level again. I think, yep, there's another great one. You dick. See, they just hop in right there. Boy, can we have them like like jump off the mountain to spawn? No. They must appear. They are born from the ice. Sheila, tell me where the fairy circle is right now, or I'm losing my gourd. Does it show up on the map? It does. It is not visible under this cluster of icons. Well, shucks. I guess we're gonna have to walk the long way up. I don't think you can just quit, keep all your progress. I think you have to extract that way. Level collecting opals is such a new. Jump on all these little individual pillars. Walk around to the underwater section. Good stuff. But annoying. And then after we're out of here, we'll go do Bridge on the River Toy. Depending on how many Thunder Eggs I have. Beat the boss.
Steady on,
my
mate.
Gosh.
The ice on these lakes is very thin, mate. Tread carefully or you'll break it.
And this is probably going to be a sacrilegious question. Did Mario 64 or any other like classic collectathons have such heavy tutorialization for every level gimmick? I felt like they just kind of let you figure it out. And I think this one does eventually, or in like certain cases. But I feel like early on they were too afraid of people being confused and just like prompted the hell out of it. Why are there so many of these wallabies? Whatever they are, I assume they're wallabies. I don't know Australian folklore. And thank God koalas and wallabies aren't real. Can you imagine such a horrible place? Honestly, I think I spent more time looking for the mushrooms than I did it would take me just to suck it up in the walk. Ah. Are you Australian, Zorin? Nope, okay. Not even close. How many more do I need? 8.
I imagine...
I don't think we're gonna make 8.
There's nothing quite like a moonlit billabong. Except maybe a moonlit billabong full of giant roaches, spiders and bats.
I'm looking up, what is a wallaby? I correctly identify those things. Wallabies. YouTube is a small kangaroo. Oh yeah, there they are. Look at them. You wallaby. They're like a little small kangaroo. I'm learning so much about the fantastical lore of Australia.
Welcome to the billabong. This is the home of me old mate, Dennis the Cheapskate. Well, sorry, I mean Green Tree Frog. Oh, dear. He has got the biggest thunder egg collection this side of the Black Stub. I've tried to convince him to give some up, but he's
Before
too
you shut up,
precious
Silver,
with
we
them.
learned
I'm sure if you did some old jobs for
yabby.
him, he'd be happy to throw some your way. You know what I mean?
Leave it to me, Murray.
Another thing. Oh, wow, there we go. Here's the enemies. You light them on fire. It burns their little thing. Just kill them. Forget the name of those little critters. So there's these little collectible dudes. Similar... I can't bite that? No. Similar to the scout flies. That's Dexter. Bilbies, that's the one. And I always thought it was just like some cutesy name for some other animal. But no, they're called bilbies. And they're like weird little rats. I never knew they were real. But Google is now thoroughly, I think, onto the fact that I'm playing Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. It keeps immediately alerting me or auto-completing for anything Australian. What's the lore behind that horrible moon? Now that's some Worms 2 level art. Again, that like kind of heavy airbrush. What the? Oh, I forgot they have a ranged attack. Kind of like the 2 enemies that do. I can't remember what other enemy. No. Invisible. I can't see it. You're a spider. These ones make the weirdest dying noise. It's like some guy gurgling. Why? Why do they do that? Why are they doing that? I actually think that's the same. So they make the gurgle noise if it's just some dude gurgling when you hit him. And then they slowed it down by like 200% when they die. And the drum beats, I wonder if they did that because they're like, listen, we don't want these spiders to actually be scary. We just want them to be, like, kind of silly. We gotta have spiders. Like the skybox. Oh, well, okay, I guess we're going down here. There we go, a building. We're just gonna blitz through this one. I think we're gonna kill and help Dennis do the diving tower, because the diving tower, it's so weird. Kill Nettie. Clearly they gotta use them Australian sound set assets. Nothing's more Australian than gurgling. Okay.
Please don't hurt me. Hey, relax, mate. I'm Ty, and you must be Dennis the cheapskate. I mean, Green Tree Frog.
Ty? Oh, Maury's friend. I'm so glad to see you. The local bully Neddy has extinguished all the lights that show my way home, and now I don't know where to go. It's not that I'm scared of the dark or anything, but,
See, we got a Disney problem here. How are there frogs that can speak, but also animals?
Yes, could you kindly escort me home?
No worries.
These are the questions that the creatures of this world do not ask themselves, lest they be faced with the horrors of their existence. But yeah, we gotta go kill the super turkey too. Gotta save up. And the same thing with the cockroaches. I think they wanted them to not be too scary, so they gave them like a little maraca noise. There's meat in Pokemon. That's a good point. Didn't they say, isn't it like, it comes from the cow Pokemon? Whatever that one is. I don't know my Pokemons very well. Ooh, I'm sure it probably is named something like Moovadile or Moocowdon. Cow Pokemon? Which one? Oh, there's multiple. I mean, I guess you're right. You got the cow one, you got Gardevoir, he's basically a cow. We gave this Pokemon boobs. Hi. Wait, no, they didn't. Oh no. It's just the fan art. I forgot. Gardevoir doesn't actually have boobs. Every single time anyone ever draws it, it does have boobs. I don't know, I fell off a Pokemon. Well, I never was on. I never was on Pokemon.
Home sweet home. I made it thanks to you.
All my friends
I'm
loved
not
it.
sure if you know this, but I have a magnificent
I
collection
never really
of
caught on for me
thunder
for some
eggs.
reason.
I insist that you have one.
What the? Oh my god, that scared me. My boomerang connected after the cutscene. It was stuck in the frozen time.
Hi, this is Dennis. I'm sorry, but I've stepped out to take a bubble bath. If you could leave your name and number at the sound of the beep, I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Ciao.
I wonder if he's a famous voice actor too. He's pretty good. Oh, he's still here.
Oh dear, this isn't good.
Oh, right,
My
after
hot
other
water
things,
system
right.
has given up the ghost. The pilot flames must have gone out. Could you find a way to fire up the gas again? I'm allergic to gas. Otherwise, I'd do it, you know.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
I was like, fine. Fucking
There's
weird. Shut up. Can't free aim those. You have to snipe them. I don't know if I'll bother with that. That would get us pretty close to the 8 thunder eggs we need for the next boss. At least show off that area. Yeah, let's. We'll also Sonic side mouth. Oh, totally. But the best thing is he has 2 side mouth. How does it work? Really biting hard on the front. I really feel like when they were designing Ty, they're like, okay, we want to have a Sonic character. He's got the eye thing, you know, where it's like one horrible single eye. At least they didn't give him the shoes that are hiding his horrible human feet. Madness.
You shouldn't be here, Ty.
Oh, thanks,
This
boy.
is where Neddy lives. Neddy. Yes, Neddy. He's the biggest, toughest bully this side of the black stump.
Well, he doesn't sound so tough.
Nice one, Ty. Now you've riled him.
Area is over there. Go kill Nettie.
Ho, ho, ho! Trespasser am Orange Rat.
I feel like I've heard
Cool
this
rat.
guy's voice
no
before,
match for
too.
Nettie. Nettie clobber him good.
Damn it. I guess fire doesn't work on him. I know you have to hit the straps on his back. Okay, just the straps. You don't have to light him on fire. Got it. I forget what animal this guy's supposed to be. How horrible it must be to be born with a target on your stomach.
What? Orange Rat beat Nettie. Oh, Nettie, I'm so ashamed. Here, Nettie
A
gives
gator?
shiny
Yeah, that
rock
makes
to
sense.
new friend.
Got a long forked tongue though. Do alligators have that? I've never actually looked at an alligator's tongue. Crocodiles, for that matter. Gator snake. Yeah, the gator snake. Everyone knows that creature from Australia. There is no animation. It just snaps off. Down in the water now. I think you're supposed to go down. That. Here's a super turkey. This guy's so fast, you just cannot catch him, I don't think. Or if you can, you have to bite him multiple times. I think you have to bite him multiple times. Yeah, we're gonna... Well, no, you definitely have to bite him multiple times, but I think you're supposed to... Hold on, what am I trying to say here? My brain's stopping to work. Yeah, there we go. One bite. He spits out the thunder egg. I'll go get it. And then he's already there. Spits out the thunder egg. Oh, there's two of them, right. Do I have to bite them both at the same time? I think that's the trick. You have to get him relatively close, yeah. And then you hit him with this. Yeah, you hit him with that. You know that move. Maybe you just have to do it a bunch? I'm honestly kind of upset that whiffed. It should have locked on. I thought this was just one, but it's two. Man, my memory must really be terrible, because again, I played this like 2 months ago. Yeah, shoot. I guess I'm gonna have to save up for another super bite. Well, that's frustrating. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got a bite from them. I think that's like the only time that power-up shows up in the game. Just because it's the only time you ever really need it. He's not close enough, I don't think. Maybe they follow the same path? Chase him back. Nope, stop it. This is horrible. I guess they don't follow a set path. They're just kind of going wherever. This screwed me up for hours. I think eventually I just brute forced it. I got him. Oh, nope. Oh, there we go. Is it just you have to super bite them, or is it eventually? I can't remember. That might have been a mercy thing. I think you're supposed to chain bite them at the same time so that they don't pass it. I don't know. Who knows? What a mysterious game. Bilbies. Oh yeah, we gotta go do the diving tower. And any other pilot lights? Probably still a couple. I don't want to do the pilot lights, but might as well. What would that leave left in terms of Thunder Egg? Well, collect 300 opals in a couple spots. That's one. Find the Bilbies in a couple spots. We'll see where we're at. If we're at 3 or less, I'll give. Oh, suck it up. But if it's more. Go. Hitbox on those is jank. Rude. It's so fun. During the summer, we get a lot of frogs that live near my house. And they like to hide inside of our like couch cushions and our outside couch cushions. And like on the little rafters of our porch. So we go outside and we just see a bunch of little frogs looking down on us. It's great. It sounds like the Jak and Daxter warpy noise. It must be from some free sound library, or not free, but general sound library. What am I supposed to do? Is it a button I have to hit, I think, that activates those? Here's Rex.
G'day, mate. I came here to give Dennis some diving lessons, but he chickened out.
Well, who can blame him?
You know, Ty, it's high time you learned how to dive. All you have to do is run and press the jump button near the water's edge. Then press the bite button to do a dive. See if you can dive into that yellow crate.
That's the only time this crate ever shows up. Very, very good. Immersion. Oh yeah, it's been real bad with Soulrin. Remember, Todd. What? There we go.
Bonza, you're a natural, Ty. If you're up to the challenge, why don't you try the Super Tower High Dive?
Yes. And then he freezes. Trapped. Anticipation.
Here's the challenge,
and we just
mate.
instantly
Dive
warp.
from the
I
top
love
of
it.
the super tower and pass through each of the rings on the way down. If you get them all, I'll give you a Thunder Egg.
Oh, you beauty!
It's like, where are we? Just some random. It's just so weird. Just you're instantly warped to some random little tower. This little area made exclusively for this one thing. This must be like asset reuse from one of the cut levels.
That was a pearler of a dive. I tell you what, mate, you'd give the Pippi Beach Nippers a run for their money. Here, you've earned this.
Ripper!
So good. Okay. Oh, we have these two. One. I think you're supposed to activate that You can platform somehow, but I don't know how you do it. We'll just cheat. If I can cheat, that is. Oh, no, we did it. We're a pro. One more. That's the real hard part. Always down to the last one. I love that frog sound. I also think it's like a frog that's like very specific to one region in North America. You'd think the Australian guys would want something closer to what they hear in Australia, but maybe it is the same general type of frog. Roach. What do I know? I've never been to Australia. Okay, one more. Where's that last thing? Maybe it was over by Nettie. Probably over by... I'm not bothering with the invisible crates you can see everywhere. We're not gonna get them. It's okay. Oh. Oh, here, it is last by Nettie. Perfect. Can't go through there, invisible wall. Here's the Bilby. 3. I think there's only 5 Bilbies. If I can find the 4th one. I know where the 5th one is. Maybe I'll just warp back into it. Probably not particularly big. It wouldn't take too long to run through it again. Okay, we're swimming. I don't think any of them are underwater, because they would die. I don't think this game is willing to break that level of dissonance with like, oh yeah, the little collectible, it's with a creature in a cage, it is underwater. How does it breathe? Yeah. Pixelated. I'm never gonna stop saying it. So good. Love it. Crusty stuff. Alright. Under egg from you. Oh, look at that. You can see the seam. I don't know if that shows up. It probably does. There. You'll love to see it.
Superb! Now I can make a nice hot cup of tea. Thank you, Ty. Here's a little something that I insist you have. It's from my magnificent collection of Thunder Eggs.
Grouses!
Australian person ever said that. What a magical place Australia must be. Oh. Nope. Get down. There we go. I don't think there's a Bilby in here. I don't hear one. Guess we're going back to the start. Go see if I can find those last 2 Bilbies. Oh, I can also do the run through. Those are always easy. First one. The Bilby. Water. One. Fuck. Fuck. And on the... There we go. Okay, now for the race. I think this is a pretty straightforward, just walk-a-thon.
Even the cockroaches here like a flutter at the track. It's so simple, even you can have a go. Just run to the finish, making sure you go through
Ori,
each
I can
checkpoint.
see up into your skull. 2 minute 18. Okay, so it's just a walk through the whole level. I guess I misremembered, because I thought most of the races were just those, like, singular cut-off chunks like I was talking about. 2 in a row where you're doing the whole hoop. I don't think the Bilbies spawn during the races, unfortunately. Although Otherwise, I could at least listen for it and find out where it is. But we'll just do 2 minutes, if that. Probably going to be less. I think the last build will be somewhere here in the little cavern, little cut through. I just skipped it the first time through because I wasn't thinking I was going to find them all. Oh, I might jump too early. Oh, yep. That might be it. I know the timing on these isn't super tight, but I think...
Truth! A
Oh.
train moves faster than that and hit those checkpoints.
Oh, they just cut me off. Wow. Random one box back there. That's neat.
Back for another.
Yeah, we'll do it again. This time I will hit those time. Yeah, they must have like a secret ghost meter where they cut you off if they know you're not going to make it in time, which is nice. I know some games they don't do that. They're just like, no, you got to make it all the way to the end to see if you're going to actually make it. But that shows like I had a solid like 10-15 seconds to play. I feel like races were, or time trials were a big thing in the PS2 generation as well. Just like, it's a great way to get more use out of things, more replay value. Probably the ultimate way to reuse assets. Go through the same level again, or go through the same level backwards. That's like game designer's handbook. Go through the whole level. Not a whole lot to say. Just kind of moving. I think that's the only part of the entire level that really requires any accuracy. One minor jump. The rest is go. Here we go. Actually, I'm a little worried I might not make. No, we got 40 seconds. We're fine. I heard a bat. I thought all the enemies despawn. Maybe they're just invisible? That'd be funny if like they don't actually despawn the enemies, they just make them invisible and like turn off their AI or something. Whee!
Not bad at all. You've made it through in record time. Here's your thunder egg.
Dang.
Sweet.
Alright, time to find that last build. Really pretty loud. Get this, yeah, just a random golden cog hanging out on the bottom of the ditch. Again, too many things to place, not enough places to place. I think I might have heard it. Yeah. Random invisible block. Oh, here's another random block. Perfect. Oh, there he is. Up top behind a spider web. Go. That was... I think that might be enough. Open the boss. If not... like I said, if we're under 3, we'll go grind it out at some other place. Beat the next boss, the shark. Spoilers. And after that, it'll be a good ish hour stream. Shouldn't take more than there. Too much more than slightly late start anyway, because this game didn't play nice with rendering. OBS. Don't know why. I don't know why games do that. why some games don't want to show up properly when I add them as a game capture. But granted, I'm a shit streamer anyway, so what do I know? I'm just winging it. Oh, Dennis. I don't think he has another mission for me. Out we go. How many more thunder eggs do we need? 1. Damn it. Okay, well that's easy. Actually, I know exactly where we'll go.
This is it, the wall.
The wide open outback. There we go. Skip.
Oh, Time, I'm glad to see you. Can you help me out of a fix? The emus from my health farm have gotten loose. Probably heading for Greasy Gus's hamburger shop again.
Struth.
Last time they ate at Gus's, I was sick for a week, poor things. I've tried to catch them before, but my old truck, it's just not fast enough.
No worries. I'll reel him in with this, me lasso ring.
This. Good, show it off, Ty.
Possum.
Oh. Like, just that simple. Okay. Get as close as you can. Hold down square. Get that wonderful compressed gameplay. Oh, I heard a bilby. There's the angry sun again. It's so janky. This is very much like, again, given that they didn't even finish the other level, this feels like it's kind of like half-baked, and they're like, well, at least get this one out. There you are. You have 10 minutes to do this. Kind of all in the central area. I don't, maybe like 5 minutes would actually put some. Look at Ty's hands. They're not covered in the meat texture. That must be something from the remaster then, or the meat texture at least. I'm sure they were brown in the original, but don't know. They just took it out. They probably forgot to apply it to this. This is probably technically one model. Ty riding the whatever the hell, the roll. But they didn't apply it to this one. They only applied it to his third-person model. It's hilarious. I love it. Stop it. Stop it.
You did great,
Easy.
Possum. Now I won't have to clean up that mess like last time. Please accept this for all your trouble.
All right.
Polygon. We did it. Time to leave. Back to the Rainbow Cliffs.
Smashing, young Ty. Let's get to work. I have a lock on the talisman. This should be extremely simple. Yes, indeed. Simple as can be. Yes, no.
Just cut that cutscene right off. Just so many of them overlapping. So yeah, originally you were supposed to walk down basically through here, actually, through that little cave to get to the hub area, and the teleporters would be out here. And then when the boss time came, it's like, oh no, the hub zone turned into a boss arena. And it was supposed to be like that for all 3, or more, actually, areas. This boss is weird. I kind of remember how to do it. Lure him with the chum. Real thing is you're supposed to go down and summon all those gas canisters. Over there, eating this chum. How do I get out? How do I get out? How do I get out of the water? Actually, how do I get out? Do I have to get out on one of the chumps? Oh no, shoot, he chose a bad one. Should be fine. hit with the flame ring. Oh shoot! Hit him with the flame. There we go. Very jank. Now I just have to wait for him to go pick another one. Nudge along. It must be with the flame ring. Okay. I'm not close enough. Very easy boss fight. But if you run out of gas canisters, I think it gets a bit weird because they kind of respawn. Just kind of wait for him. Path his way over to this one. Easy. Splish.
That poor shark was a cybernetic pawn of boss
Did he just
cast.
stop his animation? Look at that. Oh, it's so unfinished. It's so great. I love it. Alright, we blocked in the first 5 seconds of animation for his body. We got the mouth flaps done, but we'll come back for the second
sweet
half.
crikey. Swim free.
You beauty!
There's the bonny powder.
You have come far. This will be no easy task, but I have faith in you, my friend.
Don't just stand there like a stunned mullet, mate. Julius has got something that will help you enter Cass's Crest, mate. Off you go.
No revision for that.
Ty, good to see you. I've again harnessed the energy off the talisman machine. Let's see what we get this time, shall we? My word, this must be...
Could it be?
A frosty
Wow.
ring! Ripper! Yes, oh yes, the frosty ring can put out fires, freeze enemies, and even create ice cubes in water. To select it, use the previous ring and next ring buttons to cycle through your collection. You won't be disappointed. Now go try it out.
Wow. Frosty Ring can freeze enemies. Why would you want to do that when you can just kill them? The real use it has is it can do this. Wow. A mechanic that comes up, I think it's really only needed there. And I think it can be used in like 1 or 2 other places for any effect at all. Like otherwise... Why? Any other... Word. The rainbow scales, like... Well, maybe I can put it up here. Actually, is this how you're supposed to do it? Does this move it over to where the scale was? Gotta get down to that one. If it does, I don't think then that's hilarious because they don't need it even for that. I think me doing it that way was just how I did it as a kid because I didn't find that button until... Yeah, you don't even need it for that. Okay, so the ice cubes and water thing is like no function. Genuinely. Yeah, see, this was Crikey's Cove. You're originally supposed to go down there. It's like, oh, it's a shark mouth. And then you come out in the beach. And that's the boss you fight. Here's Bly Bly Station and all this. What could have been? Oh. First. Put out all these fires. There's your rainbow scale. Listen, we didn't have a chance to actually hide any back here because we just kind of had to rush through this as fast as we possibly could. So there's one right when you walk in, and then we put one more up top there. see if I can hit that other button. I don't... There should be another button in there. I know there's a reasoned platform on these. Maybe they had intended for even another one, because you get 3 hub areas as it is. Shucks. I can do. Go. Oh, there's just some random rainbows. Look at the PNG. 18. And then number 19 is floating there in the sky. You just fly down to get it. And number 20 is inaccessible until you get to the final area of the game. At which point, why would you even need the other health bar? You've beaten the game. I guess if you really want to go back and grind out the rest of the stuff, there's got to be a way in here. Used to believe there isn't. This just kind of shows again, like, they were really run out of time. How do we lock off the last area? You need the electric ring, power, just a random generator kind of hanging out there. Area. I wonder. Oh, product burger. I wonder if a lot of PS2 games were secretly kind of rushed. Because Jak and Daxter, you know, there was at least a little bit of rush. Not a lot, just enough. And this game was very obviously rushed. I'm trying to think if there are any others where you kind of see those bits where it's like, oh, they really had more here. I mean, back from the PS2 generation, at least. I know that's like a common refrain from all video games. Not a unique situation, but most games typically do fairly good at covering it up. Like even Jak and Daxter did pretty good at covering it up. It's only a little obvious if you like. There's some slight hints towards it, and once you know that it was a little rushed, you can look and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I can see right here is where they. This makes a lot more sense. But most games are pretty good about hiding it or kind of just making it look like, oh, they didn't really write this well or set pacing here. Wonder how often that's the case of, no, we had something there that would have paced it out a lot better. We just didn't have time. Save. Thanks. Main menu. I'll load this one real quick. Back to the Rainbow Cliffs. Yeah, so you get 2 health bars if you find all the rainbow tails. Real thing I want. Love it so much. Although it doesn't have much use now, unfortunately. Once you find all of the concept art chunks, every level, there are quite a few, you unlock another area where they shoved all the rest of the concept art unlocks that they probably intended for the 4th area that got cut. Or maybe they always intended it, you know. Why is that jump so hard? Got 2. Got bonus world. There's nothing in here now at this point. Look at that. Oh, look at those janky little pixel skybox features. Got a carved out picture of Ayers Rock. This is like the remake. It's like kind of a little hubby dev world. They got a little bit of each zone. Kind of tucked away. When I was a kid, I thought this was so cool. Bonus worlds. I want to look up like what's a list of all games with bonus worlds. I'm sure there are, and like I mean like good bonus worlds, like that, where like Ratchet and Clank had great. I guess that was like a dev hall, but like games with dev halls or bonus worlds, not like Mario where like you unlock the super secret mega hard level, which is like, yeah, that's cool, it's a neat bonus world. Then there were 2 versions, so that was like the remake, and this is the original from the PS2. Even jankier Look at that skybox. Oh, reminds me of Worms. Very similar layout, but a little bit different. A little more janky. I want to get up to the top to see, like, janky. Mega jank skybox. Like, I know you're supposed to hit buttons. Kaboomerang. Not up there. Okay, oh, little glass. Yeah, I don't even think that actually was a mechanic. Damn it. I want to get up. I want to go see the peak. This level has the best example of, oh wow, the skybox is just right there and it looks terrible. Your moon. What? Try that again. Ugh. Oh yeah, we got your Doomerang. And control it. Here, I could just do this. Never mind. Like this with a Zoomerang? Let's try it. Oh. That. Move. Anything. That way. Oh yeah, there's little hidden buttons everywhere. Fun time. That. Oh, there's more. Oh well. I want to get up top. I want to very tippy top. Won't prevent me. That jump. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Terrible. Stretched out like, we'll matte paint some rocks. There's like really classic feeling for some reason. If I remember correctly, in Ratchet & Clank 2, you like the bonus secret world, which is creation of their dev office. Oh, that's awesome. I think I saw the one, maybe it was in Ratchet & Clank 2, where it was like a museum basically with a bunch of dev test tools. I really liked that one. That one like blew my mind. And I wish more games these days do it. Tasmanian Museum. Yeah, that's the one. It was a great one. And to be fair, some games do it these days, but it feels a lot less common, just like the concept art stuff. A lot of other fun little details that used to be kind of like a accepted bonus for the for most PS2 era games. Like, yeah, of course we're gonna add a little dev test. Oh, this is just an invisible. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can see. We are in a little tiny island above a distorted, matte painted mess. Beautiful. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll play Jade Cocoon next week in Soul Run. We'll keep going from where we left off. I'm probably not going to finish it that weekend, so we'll do another one in between, and then finish Jade Cocoon. Yeah. I promise you, I shall finish Jade Cocoon for you. Thank you for... Oh. Goodbye.